All right, Jund Oven. Blade Tycon, thanks for the 3 months, by the way. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Jund Oven. So we've got the oven with the cat package. We got Trail of Breadcrumbs here. This is like one of the premium card advantage spells in Standard right now. So makes a food when it comes into play, and then kind of turns your food into clue adjacent things. So whenever you sack a food, you can pay 1 to look at the top 2 cards of your deck and reveal a permanent from among them and put it into your hand. So we've got Goose plus Trail of Breadcrumbs plus Wicked Wolf as things to utilize food. We have Oven to make food with the cat as well. We got some Vraska Golgari Queen to interact with opposing Trail of Breadcrumbs. We've got a red splash for Mayhem Devil here, which gives us value when we're sacrificing different things. And then we've got kind of a smattering of different 5-drops here. The current 5-drops in this configuration are me saying I don't know which 5-drop is best. So I want to play some games with all of these and kind of get a feel for which ones feel ideal in different spots. It's probably even likely that some kind of split of them is ideal, since these 2 are legendary especially. One thing that's kind of sweet with Bontu, that if Esper Control becomes popular, could be main deckable, is Command the Dreadhorde with Mayhem Devil plus Bontu. Kind of lets you combo kill your opponent out of nowhere. You can just like Command the Dreadhorde, Bontu, and Mayhem Devil back into play, sack your board, and deal a bunch of damage to them, which is sweet. So I think this deck's got a lot of neat things going on in it. Various iterations of this deck did okay at the Mythic Championship even before Oko got banned. We'd played things similar to this as 4-color decks that contained Oko as the 4th color before the ban happened. So a lot of good moving parts here. Let's load it up and see how it goes. Oh, 3-color decks. The Pioneer decks are actually both good. Enjoyed both of them. Both generated good games of Magic the Gathering. Korvold draws a lot of cards very quickly. Yeah, I agree. It's not trivial to be 3 colors. And to be fair, this deck is like base 2 colors with a very small splash for the 3rd. Like at the core, this deck's definitely like a 2-color core with a 3rd splash. This deck is fully borderless, which is a big upside. So I'm going to shock this in, because we can eat this food for 2 and then pay 1 to dig for a land. Off the Trail of Breadcrumbs here. Vraska even lets you eat the Trail of Breadcrumbs. How flavorful is that? That Vraska can eat the Trail of Breadcrumbs when you're done with it? And they're not doing anything, so I'm just going to take it slow. I suppose they could be a Fires deck here. You might see like land Fires. Yeah, it looks like Jeskai Fires. Jeskai Fires was the best performing deck by a lot in the event yesterday. I'm just gonna sack the food here, get this Vraska ticking up. I don't get to trigger both Trail of Breadcrumbs, but I think that's fine. Uses my mana for the turn, advances my board state. Maybe I'm supposed to take the other Mayhem Devil, actually, because I've got Bontu in my hand. Should have splashed for Oko. Good catch. Bone Crusher is ready, chat. Fire is easier to attack than green poo. It is easier to attack than green stuff. I don't know that I would say it's easy to attack in general, but it's definitely easier to attack than green. To set a low bar. I think I'm just passing here and holding up Murderous Rider. I guess I can play Mayhem Devil. Alright, let's ride the trike. Any judges in here? Listen, you're currently a member of Twitch chat, which means you can be whatever your little heart desires you to be. I believe in you. Thank God Oko is banned. Thanks for the 17 months, Korvold. I appreciate that. So the plan here is we do this, and we sack the food, which draws a card and then triggers 3 Trail of Breadcrumbs. Oh, I get to ping something too. Gosh, that's wonderful. I think I just take the cat for now. Because eventually we're going to find an oven, right? And then we're going to decline paying for this one so we can Murderous Rider this dork. I wonder if main decking as many Wicked Wolves as we are in this deck is wrong if we're expecting Jeskai Fires to be popular. I feel like that's likely the case. This is a card I might want to like. I might want to shuffle the positioning of my trophies and my Wicked Wolves. If Jeskai Fires is going to be one of the more popular decks in the format. Trophies definitely much better than this card in this matchup. This card like almost is like borderline text list here. If I'd have kept the other Mayhem Devil, we could have potentially comboed them next turn. Rude.
Let's slow this down. Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
It's Wolf is like a threat. I think calling Wolf a threat here is being a little generous. All right, are we, as much as it pains me to say this, I think we're supposed to stop drawing cards. As much as it hurts me to utter those words, pretty sure we're supposed to rein it in here. I mean, like, we're gonna get to draw 2 more cards at the end of turn, right? Like, I'm gonna sack the cat's gonna eat a food, and then we're, like, gonna trigger Trail of Breadcrumbs that way again. Seems pretty reasonable.
Here goes nothing.
Yeah, Mythgard's resource system is super elegant. How do I return a sub? I don't want what you're selling anymore, Mr. Hogland. We came here for drawing cards and winning games. You're not doing one of those things anymore. Is this planner cleansing? Android from NZ, thanks for the 7 months. I appreciate it. Welcome back. I assume this is about to be planner cleansing. Just casualties of war, huh? Just casualties of war. Hey, thanks for the 2 months, Entropy. I appreciate that. Welcome back. I think playing the opponent's archetype and not playing planner cleansing is a huge mistake. They're dead, right? So I cast this. Decline. We get baked, which brings the devil back to play, and then this makes 2 food, and then we combo them with Bontu. The cheese stands alone, chat. The cheese and my opponent's currently playing Hearthstone, so you know they can't do anything. The cheese stands alone, chat. You get the sweet drawing cards animation too.
I really should have seen that coming.
Why do you always do this to my wild cards? Sorry, not sorry. All right, Duress is great. Trophy's great. Wicked Wolf is kind of whatever. I need a cigarette. I miss Trader Gator. It's been a while since we had a good old the cheese stands alone Trader Gator kill. That was pretty good. Can't get Veil of Summered anymore either. You know when you use the cheese stands alone, you're not gonna get. That's not gonna happen to you. We drew cards that won the game, just like Richard Garfield intended. What do I want to cut here? I need to get rid of 2 things. Is it just Vraska? Vraska kills like Bone Crusher Giant, which is probably boarding out against us, and she kills like Little Teferi, which we don't really care about. People are asking if Korvold is necessary. Honestly, there might be a world where just like Trader Gators and Black Cavaliers are an ideal top end. Do they bring in Narset in this matchup? I have no idea. That's a good question though. If we see Narset, we'll bring... If we see Narset, we'll bring the other thing back in. Fleet on the pretty kitty. Yeah, I can see that. Maybe Vraska's important to leave in just as a card advantage engine past Trail of Breadcrumbs. I can see that being a super reasonable conclusion. Yeah, we're just the aggro deck in this matchup, but I'm not like ramping into anything meaningful with the Goose. There's really no reason to. I have a question, and people may or may not know the answer to this. Is the arena is the next arena... They're gonna crush my thing, sure. Is the next arena MCQ weekend before or after Theros releases? Do we have a date yet for that? Does anybody know? Is it before? It's in December. Okay, good to know. I'm just wondering if I'm supposed to care, how much I'm supposed to care about the standard format. Do they have a date? Does anyone know what date it is? Not the Mythic Championship, the next qualifier weekend. I know the Mythic Championship is in December. I don't get invited to things like that. So the next qualifier event. So like the qualifier for the thing after the next Mythic Championship. To be fair, Marty, the names are going to be better next year. Next year the names are going to be descriptive. So like next year, they're Mythic Invitationals and Players Tour events. I looked around online and I didn't see a date posted for the next qualifier weekend. But I'd be willing to say that I missed it. Has always been bad at naming their events. I don't think that's true. I don't think that's accurate. I think they're pretty okay at naming events a lot of the time. I feel like they're pretty dead here. Forgive my naivety. How do MPL participants and MC invites get selected? So, for the Mythic Championship, for the MPL, you had to earn your way in to a degree. And then, for the discretionary invites, they're doled out, kinda seemingly at random, depending on who likes you. Be somebody's friend who makes the decisions is the invite process, it feels like. Are they dead? I feel like they're dead. So if I sack the cat, I do 1, and then the cat sacks the food, that does 1, the cat comes in and does 1, I sack this food, that does 1. So I believe I have 4 here, right? Yeah, I have 4 here. So I can sack this to this and then sack this by paying 2. And this is 2, 3. Why did we kill Tef? Because I wasn't counting lethal. They'd have died if I hadn't killed Tef. Is an accurate takeaway. It's a good. I should have stopped and counted before I did that. Is super true. Always kill the Teferi, he knows what he did. I mean, they're dead anyways, right? Not sure that it really matters. Tank concedes a strong line, to be fair. Just gonna split the trophies and the wolves for now, because trophies much better against Jeskai fires. Pretty reasonable. One of the things that's kind of sweet with Trail of Breadcrumbs and Goose is you can use Goose to sacrifice a food and then use the mana from the Goose to pay the 1 for Trail of Breadcrumbs. So it just like lets you activate Gilded Goose to sleight of hand. Did it just skip my priority? Is that I need to put a stop on their end step to be able to do that? Because I was going to sleight a hand at their end step. All right. Thanks, Magic Arena. I appreciate you. Good to be back. Good to be back. All right. You know, I'll be here all week. Have you had a chance to tell Watsi whether you prefer Terminators or waifus for future sets? I've not. Trying to convince me to play Moto. It'll take more than that, you foul beast. Always make blue mana. Blue mana is strictly best mana, chat. Hail to the king, baby. Hail to the king. Now we're actually casting Sleight of Hand. Yep, busted. Don't need that one. We need an arena version of Moto, please. Yeah, that's actually... Maybe we could replace the Broko emote with an arena version of Moto, please. Doesn't seem unreasonable. We'll probably make a food with Goose here. And then Chemister's Insight. Is that card playable? I feel like this card's not playable. I felt so validated. Someone went through and farmed all the data on the Twitch Rivals event yesterday, and Temur Reclamation was the second most played deck day one of yesterday's tournament, and it has one copy in the top 32 today. Which is kind of an absurd failure rate. Yeah, usually decks that bad aren't that popular, though. So, like, yeah, there's a lot of bad decks out there, but, like, I was surprised that that deck was that bad and that popular. Rude. They should print an extra turn spell to buff that deck. Please no. Please no. Don't do it. It's a trap. It's a trap. The 2-2-2 split in this deck is what I lovingly refer to as the coward split. Lovingly, of course. Gaslight a hand. All right, we're gonna start baking cats on a commercial scale, chat. Commercial cat baking. All right, I'm actually gonna lead on trophy here because I'd rather they counter trophy than Murderous Rider. No counter spell. The Thunderbirds are go. I repeat, the Thunderbirds are go. What is in their hand? I don't know. Esper and Dying with cards in hand. Name a more iconic duo. Esper and Miss Land Drops, maybe? You know, they're just on, like, Mono Chemister's Insights. If they have Planar Cleansing, we could be in trouble. Outside of Planar Cleansing, I feel like we're in can't lose territory. Famous last words. Outside of Planar Cleansing, I feel like we can't lose. Ooh, that's true. Blast Zone would be very good. Grixis and somehow being bad despite sky-high card quality. Oh, it's so close to home, it hurts. Well, there isn't really a metagame, San, so I don't know if they're playing Planar Cleansing main. I'm just speculating on cards they could have to catch them back up here in this game in which they are incredibly behind. This deck has been gassed so far. We're only in our second match though. The deck plays really long games. It ain't slow. It's no spring chicken, chat. Dear Magic Arena, I want to be able to auto yield to this trigger. I'm gonna wait to bring this back so I can draw another card next turn. Hey, look, it's a Trader Gator. Nice, Delta, congrats. What were you playing? You were the one that was asking about Mono Black earlier, right? So, something that comes up in this deck on occasion that's good to know is that you can actually, maybe I should take, yeah, I should have taken the other Bontu there. You can actually sack all of your food with one cat from the bin if you're ever in a pinch. Here's Nessie. Can be unblockable. Gain a life and draw a card, sure. You want to sack your lands to be unblockable, you do you, opponent. I'm gaining 3 life per turn. So this is only attacking for 4 currently. I can technically gain more than that, so, you know. We're just waiting on a Mayhem Devil, chat. Waiting on a Mayhem Devil. It's Chromium the non-mutable. Activate this ability only on your turn. Or graveyard your hand. Yeah, that doesn't matter. It's only on their turn and only as a sorcery, right? Why can I not read this card? Yeah, that card's actually useless. Where's my unicycler? Where is he? He needs to pedal faster, chat. He needs to pedal faster. We haven't even bottomed any either. Do I even want to Korvold? I probably do, right? This like baits a counterspell before I get to Mayhem Devil. Tail's End. Woof! That just happened. Discard to hand size. I think the app submitted a Brawl deck. Yep, maybe. All right, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards that we know on the bottom of our deck. So there's 4 Mayhem Devils and 24 cards. The cumulative variance is about to tip over. The cat came back the very next day. Oh, they thought he was a goner, but he just couldn't stay away, away, away. Hey, hey, hey. Is Brawl playable now that Oko is banned? I've heard people say they enjoy Brawl. I personally am not a huge fan of Brawl, so you're not going to see it on my channel here. We got plenty to do with Standard and soon to be Historic. If you are someone who's into singleton formats, I've heard other folks say Brawl is fun. The cat's not attacking, so I'm going to wait till my turn to bring it back, because we could draw Mayhem Devil. JK, LOL, never a Mayhem Devil. Oko will probably be good in Historic. In fact, I'm expecting Historic to look a lot like, I'm expecting Historic to look a lot like, good golly. I'm expecting Historic to look a lot like old Standard used to look. Standard before they banned Field of the Dead. I actually like that format. Just like, never found Mayhem Devil, didn't matter, opponent couldn't beat cats in a cradle. What do I cut? I need 4 cuts. Cavalier of Night, probably a little medium. Probably a little expensive. He gets back Devil, but that's probably whatever. But I'd rather have Murderous Rider or Vraska. Probably Murderous Rider, or probably Vraska, huh? Because she draws cards. Alright, let's try this. Thanks everybody for hanging out here today, by the way. Hope everyone's having a wonderful Wednesday wherever you are. Feels good to be back doing some Arena again. I've been enjoying Pioneer on Magic Online, but Arena is nice and snappy when you restart it every once in a while. Hopefully tomorrow's patch will address that concern too. This is a good reason to leave Vraska in. I think this card's actually very good against these oven decks. If you are not an oven deck, this card is very good. That's a good draw. Card that can get us unmulliganing here. Getting this down while I don't have a counterspell up here is huge. Brutal. So, they don't know about this Overgrown Tomb, but I think it's right to play it out because if I draw another blank next turn like this, now I can activate the castle and draw a card on their end step. And if I played this out that they knew about, I wouldn't have black to go with the castle. Considering you've become my main morning cup of joy, I have no reason to go anywhere else. Thanks, Nana. I appreciate it. Magic historians are to look back on this period with confusion of few years when a popular line of play in Eldritch Standard was putting cats into ovens. I don't know. I feel like there might be competitive oven decks in like Historic and Pioneer too, so like that might just be a thing for the foreseeable future. Greatness at any cost, chat. Any cost. Is that a good draw? It's a good 1-2 here. So, Goose can eat a food here to kill Brazen Borrower. I played the untapped land there because this way, if I don't draw a 2-drop, I can still activate Gilded Goose, which is nice. Get cooking. Any cost, chat. Any cost. Devil resolving there is very good. Bring it to kill one of their Deputy of Detentions now. Yeah, we can sack 2 food. We can sack 2 food by paying 2 and gaining 6, and then I can sack the 3rd to the Goose and kill this Deputy of Detentions, which is great. Ah, crap, they have Spyglass. It's been so long. I should have bottomed the Vraska, I forgot. It's gonna be okay. It's fine. We'll draw Assassin's Trophy. It won't be a big deal. Don't act like it's a thing. Hey, Rain Spider. Thanks for the biddies. I appreciate that. If there's any decks in the queue you'd like to see a little bit sooner, I always encourage people to bump things up when they donate any bits or any dollary dues. So let me know. Feels bad, man. Guard yourself. Thanks for the 10 months. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Found the trophy. Yep. Yikes. Do y'all like the part where we, like, have drawn almost no spells and we're still just, like, playing a game of Magic? Just like it's no big deal? No, I think it's correct to get Trail of Breadcrumbs, because it's incredibly difficult to, like, have this one kill the other Deputy Detention from my current board state, and I'd rather start generating card advantage with Trail of Breadcrumbs. Yeah, we've taken, I think we took 4 damage from their attacks this game. We've also, just like been aggressively castling. The highlighted fancy timeouts are my favorite. We aim to please. We also mulliganed to 5 this game. For people that forgot where we came from, we started on 5 cards this game. We started on 5 cards, and I accidentally left a Planeswalker on top of my deck that we couldn't activate. I think Archimister Insights are better. They really are, Bob. They really are. I've just, like, hit more land drops than my opponent so far, too. Yeah, I don't think control decks are going to be able to keep up with what we're doing here. They did just choose to not negate my Trail of Breadcrumbs. That is in fact what happened. Ew. Well, this just means when I draw a removal spell, I'm gonna get my Trail of Breadcrumbs back, and they're gonna make foods. Oh, that was wrong. I should have taken the glass casket. I should have taken the glass casket. Or no, I should have taken the spyglass. There were a lot of things I could have done there. I would like the record to reflect there were a lot of things I could have done there, and I didn't do any of them, and I apologize for being a disappointment. I apologize for the disappointing state that has been rendered for my decision-making process. Okay, listen. We have... So... I think I'm gonna full control here and just eat 2 of these foods. I think I just want to draw 4 here, because there's a good chance they take my breadcrumbs back next turn. So by turning on full control, I can activate the cat twice, which lets me sack extra food to trigger the Trail of Breadcrumbs extra. So obviously the cat can't come back again, but we sacked an extra food and got to fight more stuff. So that turn could have been more impressive if I'd have thought it through more. We could have taken this, then shot this, then used the devils to do this. And could have done more. And yet, somehow, we're still ahead. I believe we've bottomed 2 Assassin's trophies. Yeah, we've bottomed 2 trophies, so I'm definitely giving the deck an old shuffle here. Shuffle-a-roo. You got it. Got me. Any cost, chat. Any cost. Am I passing? I think I'm passing. Hey, thanks for the 9 months, Caboose Man. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Uh-oh, chat. Nessie's here and she's pissed. It is honestly, given how we've drawn and we mulliganed and then I made a bad sequence that turn we drew Command the Dreadhorde, like, I'm impressed that we're still in this game. Our greatness might be catching up to us here. Although I guess the geese just, like, make infinite food and the cat's gaining life too. The cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon. Little boy blue with the man in the moon. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. All for Blue-Eyed Approach and Pioneer again. Need to level up my bit badge. Thank you, Rain Spider. I appreciate it. Yeah, just in case. Just in case. They can sack a land to make it unblockable, but they're eventually going to run out of lands too, which is great. I'm gonna sack this so I can eat another food. There's some Meritoldi in case we draw a Mayhem Devil, but in the event that we, like, draw spells, I would like to have mana to use my spells. So we're just gonna, like, Om-Nom through this. Are you ready, kids? Aye, aye, Captain. Absorb me, Daddy. Absorb me. Oh, oh, they're panicking. They're panicking! Let it resolve. You know you want to. Do 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 do. Brazen Borrower your witch's oven. Do they have a veto? They must have veto, right? Veto's the only way this makes sense. Thanks for the 32 months, Thought Knots. I appreciate it. Okay, so let's get our stuff back. That toy is mine. Can I please have it back? I might have missed lethal here. Nah, killing this is worth it because it gives me 2 food, right? It's cool. It's cool. This deck was really impressive. Has been really impressive. Lethal is lame. Have you ever tried drawing a bunch of cards instead? Drawing a bunch of cards is way sweeter than lethal. You know, no big. Gain 3, deal 2, draw 2. Oh, Started on 5 cards, flooded a little bit to start. Kept a Vraska I could never activate by mistake. You know, just like all the things you expect to do before you eventually win the game. Chemist's Insight, probably not great. See, chat, that was a good example of what a good deck's supposed to do. I made a bunch of mistakes, and my deck was just like, it's okay, Jeff. I'm really good. I'm going to drag you kicking and screaming across the finish line. That's what you expect a good deck to do. A good deck should win in spite of you, not because of you. That was the best dumpster of a control player I've seen in weeks. Yep. Double Sphinx, so likely the Fires deck. Yeah, we started on 5 cards that game. All of my decks have to win in spite of me. See, Bob gets it. If someone ever tells you their deck's really good, you just have to play tight because the deck's not forgiving, that's keyword for my deck is bad, but if you're really good, you can win in spite of it being bad. Good decks just let you kill people. All right, we're going to cast Chemist's Insight at the end of their turn. And by that, I mean we're going to do something that's way better than casting Chemist's Insight. We're going to gain 3, look at 2, take 1, look at 2, take 1. The fires, she burns bright. Basically dig through time. We've got huge tracts of land. All right, so what are we doing? Probably just trophying this. I assume the play is trophy this. Trophy that, land Mayhem Devil. AUF Bow, thank you for the brand new Prime support. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for shipping your Bezo bucks this way this month and keeping me employed. Dig through thyme, because there was food involved, but Clary on my wayward son, there'll be peace when you are gone. Lay your weary head to rest, don't you cry no more. Do 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 do. Bontu can eat your trail of breadcrumbs when you're all done with them too. Kerthunk. Nummy, nummy. Nummy, nummy, nummy. I got love in my tummy and I don't know what to do. Alley-oop. I like when the deck of the day... I like when the deck of the day is nice and easy. It's easy pick. Bob, so it's funny you say Bontu over Korvold seems bad to you. I actually think Bontu's probably better than Korvold here. Bontu combo killing with Mayhem Devil is like actually a real thing. I want my devil back, devil back, devil back, devil back, devil back, devil back, devil back. I want my devil back, devil back, devil back, devil back. Baby, devil back ribs. I want my maybe devil back ribs. Devil Q sauce. All right, Korvold Fae-Cursed. That being said, as we're comparing these two. Is it better to Korvold here? It's probably better to Korvold here, right? That's a good observation, Tom. I could have killed the Cavalier if I would have had Fabled Passage, because I could have cracked. I could have cracked Fabled Passage. Bontu trades with Cavalier though. Korvold can like threaten to eat this thing in combat. Unless they dump more mana into it. I think I'm supposed to attack with this and like just deal a little bit of damage so we can set up a Bontu combo kill. Yeah, I don't think trading a bunch of lands to kill the Cavalier is very good here. Positioning myself to one-shot them with Bontu plus Devil next turn is good, though. The Korvold animation is A+. You're not wrong. I think 2 Bontu is like the right number. Honestly, all the 5s are like really good in different spots. There's a very real chance that just like the full coward split of the 5 drops is correct. Because this deck sees so many cards that having cards that are situationally better in different positions is appealing. Yeah, a bunch of them are legendary too, which is relevant. I think I'm just throwing the goose under the bus here, right? Sad honk, yep. It's getting. So they're gonna be able to gain 5 here. Only gain 3, sure. And we thought WotC was banning green. Yeah, there's a good chance green's still the best color in this format. Which is kind of disgusting when you think about it. Are they dead? Yeah, I think they're dead, right? Oh, because Bontu triggers Korvold. Bontu triggers Korvold. Oh. Best Korvold ever. Alright, so like normally the cheese stands alone, but today Korvold's gonna stand with the cheese. The dream team, chat. Don't let your memes be dreams, chat. Don't let your memes be dreams. All right, yep, dress sounds good. Trophy sounds good. Do you consider Abzan flavor of cat food? I think there are enough ovens that naturalize effects in white. I don't know. I mean, why do I need to naturalize? I literally have Assassin's Trophy right here. So I think naturalize is like kind of unappealing. I think the biggest draw to being an Abzan is I think Kaya's a really good card in these mirror matches, but Mayhem Devil's also a really good card in these mirror matches. And like being able to actually kill people with Mayhem Devil is huge. Like this deck has so many ways to draw different cards that killing people is really like, I want a way to like have this big combo style finish at the end. Could Massacre Girl be better than Flame Sweep? Yeah, I think that's a good observation. I'm gonna make that swap after this game. I like that suggestion. Flame Sweep is cheaper and doesn't kill some of our stuff, but being able to find Massacre Girl off Trail of Breadcrumbs is a big game. So I think that's a good suggestion. I'm just gonna Duress them here to start, I think. I don't think we really care about Time Wipe. Just gonna take Teferi so I can stick Trail of Breadcrumbs and not worry about things. Well, the Dreadhorde matchups and the Massacre Girl matchups are different matchups. For the most part, I think. The intention of Massacre Girl or Command the Dreadhorde on my sideboard is like for like against like Esper and grindy control decks. Oko is banned, Kenix. In case you were out of town, they banned Oko last week. Yarok is not an elk anymore. In fact, someone submitted an elementals build around with Yarok to the deck queue, so we're going to be getting to that sometime soon. The illusion of choice, chat. The illusion of choice. Sorry, time is currently moving very slowly for me. I've worked a bunch recently. Yarok still sucks, don't trick yourself. Listen, Bob, are you new here? You're not new here. Alright, cast Sleight of Hand. Trick Jeff, he gets paid for it. Send me your money to lose so you don't have to. I should have waited to play that land. Yeah, maybe I'm just supposed to take the third trail there. There's a very, very real chance I'm supposed to just take the third trail there. Guy that plays base, thanks for the half a year of support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. I think I want to eat the goose. So I'm going to go land, devil, sack this, shoot Teferi, draw a card. Hey, Agakagak, thanks for the third of year. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Poor devil. He was too young, too pure for this world. Really? Okie doke. Well, my opponent's not playing control. Like, my opponent's playing a combo deck. For people that aren't familiar with Standard, my opponent's deck is not a control deck, it's a combo deck. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. We get to bring this back, draw a card, pay 2, draw 2 more cards. Cats in the cradle and the silver spoon. Little boy blue, the man in the moon. When you're coming home, said I don't know when. We'll get together then, son. You know we'll have a good time then. Listen, chat. If this is wrong, then I have no desire to be right, okay? That's all I'm saying. Are they dead? Are they dead? I feel like there's a chance they're dead. So I attack for 1. I do this. This is 1. This is 3. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Am I Am I one short? This is 3, and then I have 13 permanents. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. This Bontu sucks. Why would you want to end this game? Asking the real questions. Yeah, I'm out of mana though. I already played a land, chat. So I can't play cat and kill them. This is also fun, though. There's a devil in my bin. Have to settle for lethal next turn, I guess. Gosh. When your casualties of war isn't enough to save you. And they cast 2 spells for the turn. Alright, so I'm gonna put on full control mode. And sack both of these. So again, if you put on full control mode, you can sack both foods before your cat comes back. All right, chat, you know the drill. Cheese stands alone. No! No! I was still clicking! They took away the satisfaction, chat. They took away the satisfaction. They didn't let me draw the cards. They didn't let the cheese stand alone. Why do you think the opponent hates fun so much, chat? What do you think fun ever did to them? Oh no. There's no borderless option for Massacre Girl. Can we play this card without a foil copy? Does that ruin the deck? I feel like we might have to go back to the Flame Sweep because Flame Sweep has a borderless copy. Unplayable. No borderless copy. Quite literally. I would just like to ask Wizards of the Coast, why do you hate my money? What did my money ever do to you that you refuse to take it from me? Give me borderless cards. How is a playable rare with no borderless option? Yes, correct. Whoever, to like, not be generic, whiny complaining, to provide constructive, specific feedback. The fact that there are random limited cards that have borderless options, but there are not borderless options for every constructed playable card is a huge failing on their part, in my opinion. Whoever is picking how they're prioritizing which cards are getting borderless options is not doing their job appropriately. Whatever group or person or persons is in charge of those decisions, they need to start looking at which cards are actually being played and prioritize those cards. Yes, yeah, playable rares should be a huge priority because of how much money they cost to make borderless. Yes, also every legendary for Brawl. There's a lot of metrics through which you should be like, these cards should have borderless options.
Thank you. Here we go.
Alright. I'm gonna kill this Tefrim.
I won't forgive this.
You think they're procedurally generated? I can see that. The dartboard approach, maybe. I believe the dartboard approach is in full effect. Vraska eating Teferi is canon I want to live by. Concur. Vraska's not a picky eater. Cats, Teferi's, you know, whatever works, really. We don't judge her. She doesn't judge us. It's fine. I'd be surprised if we're not dead here. Tweets related to Republicans dying metaphorically is always welcome. Metaphorically, don't show people actually dying in my channel. Yep, that's a Zarkin. Okay, Fabled Passage is actually a good draw here. Because Fabled Passage plus Vraska actually kills this Zarkin. Yeah, gotta get that out there in advance. I know my audience, okay? I know I gotta throw the disclaimer on there. How could I have lost? Oh, I am Zarkin. Oh. Sondland threw every single person he knew under the bus this morning. God bless. God bless the people who are realizing there's going to be a future after this administration and are trying to get out and save their own tails while they're getting out. This is the danger zone. That's an apt username as we get casualties to war. Thanks for the Prime support. Welcome to Hooglandia. Hope you're having a fantastic Wednesday wherever you are. Duress and Trophy are great. Wicked Wolf is not. You like Command here? Yeah, I guess they have a bunch of Planeswalkers. I feel like I want Vraskas here. If they're playing the Planeswalker build, I probably don't want Cavalier of Night. What are my last two cuts? I don't know. I think the combo kill is important. Is it crazy to just like trim Goose? They're probably keeping their sweepers in, right? Just gonna trim the geese. I think trimming geese is probably fine. If you can only build one deck, I am not convinced that Korvold is necessary, so maybe hold off on burning Mythics on this. All the other cards in this deck are like pretty much format staples. All right, let's play Magic. Oh, I'm sure Colbert is gonna have a lot of great clips of Newton's face for me tomorrow, so I can catch up on that then and work now. What I play instead of Korvold, I think another Cavalier and like another Wicked Wolf. We did get some free mythics after Oko got fed to the oven. That is accurate. This deck's been excellent, Lawbringer. Been a total hoot. Do I feel like getting Clarions? Probably. Yeah, 4 main deck trophies probably fine. Playing the devil is better against Teferi, so I think it's right to play the devil here. It's worse against Clarions. Like, you're picking and choosing your battles, like most things.
Only time will tell.
I'm done with this year's exams and didn't die. Congrats, Spyro. You will survive. Hey, hey. For people who have been ripping on Korvold, he's probably gonna look pretty good next turn. Although I guess there's a chance they have a sweeper on 5. Is a real concern with deploying the Fae-Cursed King here. Would Bontu be lethal here? He would not be, right? Bontu, I'd deal 1, and then Bontu would be 1 short of lethal if we had it. It's possible I should have waited to play the Fabled Passage. I should have played, like, the Forest last turn. Because then I'd have the Fabled Passage for next turn to sacrifice to the Korvold. It's a day late and $1 short. Great. Are you gonna sweep me up into the back room? Yep. Yep. They forget to attack on purpose? Oh yeah, they're probably drawing a card, I'd assume. Hey, if I draw a land, I can get back Kenrith and give things haste, right? Just like pretty good. Untapped land specifically, I do have 2 temples in my deck, so if we draw a non-temple land, we can like get back Kenny, get back Korvold, haste kill them. So what happens when you let non-foil card to the dojo? I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
Focus, meditate, and prepare.
Untapped land. Untapped land. Untapped land. Untapped land. Untapped land. Let's go. Let's go. People asking about 5 drops at the top end. It's also possible that Command the Dreadhorde could be main deckable. So do I think I just Rider this Narset? I think I Rider the Narset and then Trail? Nah, I'm just gonna recast Murderous Rider. It's gonna buffer my health tool a little bit. Blocks like a Cavalier if it comes down, or another Kenrith. Oh, Trail bring back Cat was the line. I forgot about Cat. Trail bring back Cat would have given me 2 looks at a land. Yeah, Trail bring back Cat was the line. Was a much better line than what I did here. This is 6, 7, 12.
I'm known for my excellent timing.
Oh, if I would have gotten Kenrith, we'd have killed him. Should have believed, chat. Should have believed. Played scared. I let fear into my dojo, chat. I let fear into my dojo. That's fine. We're still pretty far ahead here. Starting next week, I'm getting an actual dragon to my house, a bearded dragon. How often do you have to shave those? I think that's frowned upon. I'd believe it. Can the streamer be timed out? Wow. Why you have to be so mad? It's only game. Infinite T, thank you for the 17 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Well, we've got some tracts of land. I think I'm just playing a tapped land here and planning to pay this to gain 3 and activate Trail. I wonder if we're supposed to play some Thrashing Brontodon on the sideboard. I feel like having a way to kill enchantments that I can find with Trail would be good. What do other folks think of that? Is that reasonable? Yeah, it's a sacrifice trigger too. Yeah, Brontodon's playable against Mono Red. Well,
Trust me, I have a plan.
okay. You're on Crokey's level of land. I mean, this is just like a long game of Magic. And like in long games of Magic, you're gonna draw a lot of land. That's just how long games of Magic work. How many Borborygmos are we running? Not enough. Wait, Borborygmos or Borborygmos Enraged? I don't know. Do we need more than one command? Like, we're probably gonna win this game anyways, right? Yeah, so like we're through like 20 we've seen half our deck, and I have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So like I've seen like 50-60% of my lands in like half my deck. So like I'm like within a standard deviation of the mean as far as like how many lands I've seen this game. Without fires, their Fae of Wishes is a lot less scary. Wonder if there's like gonna find a way. Even if they kill the cat, they can't. All right, so there's like banking on having fires eventually. Oh, sure. They already played 2 spells this turn, though. So like, they're just giving me the opportunity to kill this. There are not really cards I want to... I guess I don't mind drawing Trophy. I guess I don't mind drawing Trophy. So I'm going to shuffle before we draw for the turn. Nothing but net, chat. Mono professionalism here. This show was pre-recorded before a live studio audience. That's the truth. You miss 100% of the shots you don't call, chat. Never forget. That was not wise. I'm again. Blah, 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 blah. Who doesn't like cats confirmed? You have something like that? Oh, I probably should have gotten the Murderous Rider there, huh? Maybe that was the line. I mean, like, even if they can cast their, what's it called next turn? Their, I don't need a second Bontu. Even if they have another fires and cast Casualty of War next turn, it's like really not a big deal, right? I'm like, while we're sitting here dirtling, generating this card advantage, we're like draining them out with these cats. Sure, you got me. So I'm gonna lose. They're like gonna kill 5 things here and it just doesn't matter. Mayhem Devil is now lethal. Listen, chat. Mayhem Devil's always lethal. Never not lethal. Oh, this was incorrect. I should have Vraska. They couldn't cast counter spells anyways. I should have Vraska'd them first. Because this card could be this card could be a thing. Do I even want a Bontu? I don't even know that I want a Bontu here. I think I just like land pass. Hopefully this card's not busted. Put this towards an Omnath build around. I have low expectations, but didn't know if elementals can be good. Will do. Navier, I appreciate it. This Fae of Wishes is about to mess our stuff up here. I wonder if they have another Casualties of War. Second Casualties of War might do it. You can Bontu trigger on the stack. Sack Bontu. Ha! That is not a line I was thinking about, and it's a good one to keep in mind. Alright, so we're gonna like gain 8, make 2 2/2s here. Mayhem Devil's like still lethal, right? Even if they gain like 16 here, Mayhem Devil's like pretty close to lethal. I have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 things. 16. Mayhem Devil would be 17. Not quite if they gain. Oh. Return a bunch of permanents. Sure. Okay, so Mayhem Devil is super lethal. They get 2 shots at it. There's 4 cards we don't know on the bottom, so we've got 3 hits in 24 cards. Oh.
As long as we win, nothing else matters.
We played Jund Oven before. No, first time. This is similar to the Sans Trail of Breadcrumbs. This is similar to the 4-color oven deck we played a bit of before the banning. They're not quite dead yet, though, right? It's like I could deal 2 more to them, but that's it. I mean, they only have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They could gain 20. And I think Devil Bontu kills them from 20, right? With the ovens and the cats. I need to BRB really quick. My stomach is trying to kill me in real life and in this game. That's fine. That's what timeouts are for. This deck generates quite the good games of Magic the Gathering. They could play Ugin and shoot Fires of Invention, but then they're gaining less life here, right?
Curiosity and wonder drive civilization, not petty war.
Sure. Alright, so they're dead. I believe they're dead. Yeah, they can only gain 20, chat. I don't know how much damage we have on board, but I'm just gonna assume it's enough because I need it to be enough. It being enough is the only option, chat, so we're gonna go with that. Never forget, chat, the cheese stands alone. Don't worry, I'm gonna do it all. We've got 5, 6, 7, so I can activate the goose. Honk the goose. Activate the oven. They're counting my stuff, trying to figure out if they're dead or not. I don't know is the answer. We're about to find out. Oh no! I could deck? I didn't think about decking. We actually might not have enough cards in our deck. You don't, that's not how this works, chat. There aren't triggers to reorganize. Well, they can only go to 20, right? There's 21 cards in my deck. So that means the cheese can't stand alone. He has to stand just enough. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21 cards in my deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Oh, if I keep food and eat the cats, I can bring the cats back too? Alright, so I don't even need to overkill them, right? Like, this is exactly right. This is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh, it's showing me in the corner too. It's showing me on the button, submit 20. Look at that. Look at that interface design. Oh, they can make me draw. Yeah, I totally need to leave a card in my deck. Remember targets when, chat. Remember targets when. Yeah, if I'd have been cheeky and sacked 21, that we'd have lost the game because of Kenrith. No, they couldn't have won Terran. Because I had extra, the cats, I could deal 4 more there. I could have left an extra card in my deck and dealt 4 over with the Cauldron Familiars. Yeah, that was game 2. Remember we lost game 1 really quickly? We had like a medium draw and they ran us over. I don't know if this deck is good, but it's certainly great. Certainly great describes this deck aptly. Up in here. Do. If you haven't seen all of this deck, we've been playing this deck for almost 2 hours. This is going to be our last game with it. You'll be able to find all the replays from today on my website and my YouTube channel. JeffHoagland.com. YouTube.com/Jeff Hoagland. How are we doing on time? I have 11 minutes. They have 17 minutes. I need to play at an okay pace, but like, we're averaging an okay rate at the moment. Yeah, I'm in for a cat. I want something to sack to the Fake King later. The mix of 5 drops has been good. Bontu, Korvold, and the Cavalier have all been good in different spots. Will this match put us to Mythic? I don't think so. I think we're 2 wins from Mythic at the moment. Maybe if we win this one, we'll play 1 more and try and break Mythic with this deck. Break into Mythic. Concur with that. The build your own lethal is incredibly satisfying. Poor kitty. Trail of Breadcrumbs. Hey, Vraska. That'll do in a pinch. Yeah, I'm just gonna play the Devil. They're gonna play their other Teferi and bounce this, but that's fine. We'll play Vraska, eat the Teferi.
That's more like it.
Well, that went worse than expected. Goodbye. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. Sweet belly. Vraska's probably going to eat it to King Kenny over the course of the next 2 turns. Fires is a pretty okay pickup. This is not an efficient laddering deck. I bet you'll win a lot with it, but I would not call this deck efficient. Feels like we're pretty far behind at this point. This Kenrith is gonna come down and haste my Vraska. I'm gonna get tempoed by this Teferi. They're gonna start drawing cards.
Might be a bad idea.
More fun than ferrets down your trousers. That's a descriptor. Hey, chat. Remember when they said buy a box cards weren't going to be playable? Constructed playable? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Pepperidge Farm remembers. Good draw. Yeah, feels dead, man. Just gonna get a Casualties of War and put us too far behind. Fire's decks are definitely the decks to beat at the moment in Standard. They had the best rate for in the Twitch Rivals event yesterday. It was the most popular deck, and it was like 7 out of the 32 into day 2 of the tournament. Thoughts on this? If Jeskai Fires is the deck to beat, it's possible that we just don't want any Wicked Wolves in our main. Maybe I just want to board some of them. I want some Thrashings. I think even just like fitting a couple Brontodons into our main deck here is probably a good idea. Brontodon is good against fires and it's good against aggro, and I think I just like want it in my starting 60. Especially like how many cards this deck sees. That seems like a very reasonable choice. Actually, I think it's honestly possible that I just like only want 2 trophies, just because like there were a lot of games where we were like cycling past trophies wishing we could find them. And like trophies flexible, but like Brontodon hits artifacts and enchantments, and this hits creatures and planeswalkers, and these 2 we can find off of Trail of Breadcrumbs. So I think those are probably what we're interested in playing most. Nadoru, thank you for the brand new tier 1 sub. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for supporting mine this month with that. I don't think Questing Beast is very good. I think we have plenty of ways to say, yeah, good games. The second game was crazy. I think we have plenty of ways to deal with planeswalkers. I also think, like, we're not really interested in, like, incrementally chip-shotting people. Like, the game plan of this deck feels like you're using Mayhem Devil to, like, control the board until you eventually get set up to just combo them. Like, I think a lot of the games we played today, you either killed people with Cat Oven in a really long game, or you ended up just, like, Devil into Bontu, kill them. I'm not sure if this is good enough. I think it's possible that like an extra Cavalier is good just because this is good at getting back Mayhem Devil. And honestly, adding Thrashing Brontodon makes this card even better. Bontu is great, but it's legendary, so I'm pretty sure I don't want more than 2. It's also a little bit awkward if we're not quite ready to combo kill. But I could honestly see like going down one of him and going up a Cavalier Knight, because again, Cavaliers are the card that's good against aggro, which is like super meaningful. Feel like we have so many when I'm building decks like this that feel like they have a really good long grindy top end game. I like making decisions that hedge the aggressive matchups game 1 a little bit, because if you're gonna outgrind people and then you also hedge the aggressive matchups, you end up have pretty good well-rounded matchups. Yeah, and Cavalier is fine against the Fires decks that are also playing Cavaliers. It's a little bit worse against the Planeswalker build, but in general it's okay. I think this is reasonable. This is what I would play going forward. I think I'm gonna get a banner made up and probably throw this one up on the website. Need to replace some of the decks that got banned out of the format up there. All right, we've got 2 more standard decks coming up today, so don't go anywhere just yet. We're going to be live for another 3 hours or so. Coming up next, we're going to be playing this mono-red mid-range control deck, cleverly titled Big Red. I'm going to hit an ad roll while we do that so I can update my stream decker everywhere and get the client restarted since it's starting to get a little bit laggy. So we'll be back in a few with this mono-red mid-range. Thanks for hanging out today, folks.